I want to give a special shout out to Matthew Chavez Posada and Andrew Zampantella. You guys were the winners of the last contest, so thumbs up to you. And I also want to give a special shout out to Epix EPIXXX Studios. You did a shout out video for Toy Gander, so this is a shout out back to you. And now on with the figures. Alright guys, so this is probably one of the most requested type of videos I've had out there. A lot of people have requested Ninjago, so I'm just around getting onto it. I finally got these figures. They came in. I don't know anything about the whole Ninjago lore, but I got the figures that I thought were cool, so this one's out to you guys. And now the first one I got, this is Nadakhan. He's orange, he's got 4 arms, he's like the major bad guy. And we'll put them together first. Now for this first guy, Nadakhan, he's very nicely detailed, and they actually did it very close to what the real Lego looks like. And I did some comparison shots. These guys look really close to the actual original. And he's got a whole bunch of different stuff going on. I love the second torso that they put on top here. It's very interesting. He just looks like an interesting character in general. Nice printing. I love the hook hand here. Just kind of one more thing, and he's got the ghost legs right here. He's got the old bandana right there, covers his mouth. Now one thing I don't like, I dislike these ponytails. Although, so I did a review on some Nexo Knights, and General Magmar, he has the same ponytail, and I will say probably the knockoff one seems to stay in there a little bit better than the actual one. Either way, I'm not a huge fan of the ponytail. He also comes with this. Oh no, I think that's for him. This is for him. This sword. There's nothing special about this sword, just like a regular sword. So I think this is Monkey Wretch. He was originally human, although I think all these characters actually come with these. So I don't know if there's more than one monkey in the series, but there's like, I think just about every one of these figures comes with this monkey, or at least the space pirates do, or the sky pirates do. This next guy is named Doubloon. Again, he's a part of the Sky Pirates. So looking at his torso here, he's got great printing, nice vibrant printing on his torso. And sometimes what you get with these knockoffs is if you get some misprinting, you get some things that are actually not 100% lined up here. Guys, this print actually is almost spot on. And I don't know if you can see it within the video, but his red belts, like all the red belts that are on him, they have somewhat of a metallic look on them, which really makes the character stand out, and it looks authentic. Now, you could look at his face here. Now, you see his face, how it's like the angry face? Well, if you flip it over on the other side, I think it's the exact same face. Maybe a little bit different. It's almost the exact same face, but he looks kind of like sad or just not interested on this side. So you could switch him back and forth. And I think that's probably canon to the series. Just a great printing. Really surprised on this. This is probably one of the best looking figures, of the knockoff figures that I've gotten. Very nicely done. Alright, the third Sky Pirate, Flintlock. Now, the feeling on this guy, for some reason, actually feels kind of cheap, and that could be why. Now, I didn't check out the other ones. I think this brand is named Decool, and they do this. Let me double check to make sure, see if these guys have the same thing. Okay, so this guy actually has the exact same thing. So that's how you know it's not official. So Flintlock, a couple things about him. So his mustache, if you put his head on first and just try and sit that in there, his mustache is not going to quite fit correctly on him. So you have to make sure you snap the mustache onto his head and then put that on. His helmet fits on nicely. This is pretty interesting. It's got a great unique look to it, although I do like it when it's up just because it looks better. And you can see like his angry face, angry eyebrows. His printing on his torso, he's again got like this metallic look, these metallic buckles that are all on there, and that's pretty awesome considering you kind of miss that sometimes when you're dealing with these knockoffs. He's got some good shoulder pads that actually enter on here. Nice back printing, nice tiny detailed skull logo on the back, Sky Pirates logo. The only thing I dislike probably about him is this bottom leg, the cool looking feet here that they always use. So it's not, you can tell it's not official by that. He's got, of course, a regular flintlock pistol that he uses. And it comes with a monkey wrench, and this is a hammer instead of like the traditional wrench that the other ones use. Now I have this character. This guy's name is Echo Zane. Okay, so looking at this guy, he's got some nice torso printing. He looks very much like a steampunk character, and if you've ever seen Return to Oz, he looks like TikTok on that. He's got some nice gold shimmer on here. This is pretty nicely executed. Again, as far as the legs go, they have these fake the cool legs in there. I'm not a fan of that, and it does kind of give it a little bit of a cheap feel to it. I was kind of surprised with that, considering like these two right here have a very different feel, and they just feel a lot more solid, and I don't know exactly why. Maybe it's cheaper plastic within there. Looking at his back, he's got some nice back printing. If you look at the head, he does have like a gold print on the back of his head and some type of emblem on his actual back. Hairpiece fits on fine. I'm not 100% sure on what these do. It comes with this, this, and this, and I don't know how to exactly attach it. Maybe it goes in like this, and it just sits out, and this goes in one hand. Whoa. Or flies right out of his hand. I'll just put that there. That could stay on the floor. So there's that staff, and there's this piece right here, and I think this is maybe like some type of ghost nunchuck thing, and it's kind of got a steampunk gear right here. This feels pretty nice. This part right here feels nice. This is like your any typical handle. However, the chain feels very chintzy, and it feels like it might break. So the actual LEGO one might feel like the exact same way. I'm not 100% sure on that, but either way, this feels like a couple tugs on this, and it would honestly break. So I'll put that on his arms, and let's move on to the next guy. Alright, this character's name is General Kozu, and he's the leader of the Overlord Stone Army. I think this character came before this guy right here, Nadakhan. I think he's like a four-armed character. I think this is like an older generation of him. And you can kind of tell, just looking at the head printing right now, it's a little bit dull and it's not quite as bright. I have the real one. So looking at both of these side by side, there is some significant difference between these two. A very bright and vibrant on the official LEGO, which is in my left, and the one on the right just seems a little bit dull and faded. It's not quite as tight on the middle emblem or symbol that's right in the middle of his torso. So, you know, just some differences in that. Looking in the back, okay, so they're actually two different characters. I didn't realize that. But looking at them, you could tell that this one just has a little bit different of a feel compared to this one. Let me guess. Same thing. These are the cool legs. Not a huge fan of those, and that might be why there's just an overall little bit cheaper of a feel. Okay, let's put on the top half. This goes on the top half. As far as the difference between this and this kind of looks like it doesn't quite belong on this. It looks like an add-on. This one looks just a lot better executed on this one. I'd be interested to actually see the real LEGO on this. I don't know exactly how it looks, but I would imagine it's just executed a little bit better. Here's that. Another similar guy to him, and I don't know this guy's name. So if you do know his name, put it in the comments. He's kind of got like a jailer outfit. I don't know what the deal is with that. Okay, just looking at this guy, after putting him together, I really noticed a few things about him. First thing, his face looks amazing. It kind of looks like Darth Maul, so I love that about him. One thing I also do like about him is this blade right here. This blade just has a nice, clean look, and it feels solid. It looks a lot better than this guy in the back. This blade is made out of a cheaper plastic. However, with that being said, I have to say that this guy seems a little bit off-brand, and I don't know if it's actually true or not, but look at the bottom part of his torso. Something's not quite right here. He has an inmate outfit on this, and he has like a different colored skin maybe on that. I'm not 100% sure on that, but he doesn't look like an actual official character. He might be, and guys, please correct me if I'm wrong on that. However, I do not like the fact that this just doesn't seem to tie well in together. Another thing, these helmets, looking at this helmet, especially compared to this helmet, they're bad because all it takes is like just a bump and the bottom part just flies right off. So like exactly like that. So I do kind of like his face, just his face showing just like this. And this top part, which looks like antlers, it looks fine just how it is. However, the overall character together just does not seem quite right. Let me know what you think in the comments on this one. The last guy up is Yang. So looking at Yang, this is one of my favorite characters for sure. And looking, I love the translucent legs, or the ghost torso on here. And I like the fact that it's mainly translucent, so it really gives kind of a spooky look to it. I love the beard. Same thing on the beard on this guy as with the mustache on Flintlock. You have to attach the beard to the head before you actually get that on there. And so let's take a look at his head printing. He's got some nice vibrant head printing on there. Nothing on the back, but it looks very well done. It looks legit, like actual Lego on there. So now while we have it, we can take a look at his torso, and he's got a traditional martial arts torso on the back. He's got a nice symbol on the back of a dragon. I do like that. Put his hat back on. No hat printing on the top, but it does look very cool. And he's got like a silver, gray, green type look, so it makes him look spooky. And I did read some backstory on him. He's actually a very interesting character, so if you're not too aware of that, take a look at his backstory. It's pretty cool. His weapon out of all of them, I love the best. It looks spooky. It's kind of like a green ninja star shuriken attached to some nunchucks. The same problem with the other guy, Echo Zane back here, is this piece, the chain link, seems very cheap, and it feels like it's actually going to break. So hopefully it won't, but if you tug onto it, I can imagine it will. Alright guys, there's one figure that's just not quite right somewhere on the screen. So the first person to find out which figure that is and post it in the comments below, you will get a special shout out by me in the next video I do. So guys, thank you so much for liking, clicking that thumbs up button, and subscribing. And until next time, you can help us take a gander.